All right, everyone, welcome back. For those who are watching on YouTube, on stream, we never even took a break. So here's the deal. To continue on with today's retrospective, we're doing something special. What we're going to do, we're going to compare modern YouTube to the phases of old school YouTube, all right, to show you how different YouTube actually is from how it used to be 10 years ago, and how, quite frankly, the old YouTube was far better than what the new YouTube is. Okay? So, very quickly, I would like to show you my modern YouTube channel, DSPGaming, which I don't give two shits about anymore. I don't use this channel except to just archive my current playthroughs of streams. As you can see, this is all it's for. It's not meant to be anything else. I don't do edited content. I don't do game review. I don't do anything. It's just literally me playing games, and these are the raw archives of playthroughs, and that's all that this channel is meant to be, and it's all it's ever going to be. I'm never going to go crazy like I did when I was a full-time YouTuber. I'm a full-time streamer now, right? Which is why you're like, oh wow, Phil has like no views. Yeah, because I don't care. This is just an archive. It's all about my streams from, you know, moving forward. So this is modern YouTube. Top of the screen, you get a banner. You get some kind of a logo which shows how many subs you have. All right. You get a channel trailer that plays for people when they come to join your channel, okay, or just watch your channel. It auto plays, and then here you have a listing of playthroughs. Now you can also do a listing. For example, these aren't my playthroughs. This is a custom playlist I made of all music remixes, my most popular music remixes, and I put that there so that people can watch those back if they want. But you can put a few other things here as well. You can put posts and stuff. But basically that's it. Very bland, very basic. This is modern YouTube. It kind of looks like, if I didn't have this black background, which is considered the dark mode, this would look like a textbook page. It seriously would. This would look like you were reading a textbook and the textbook had pictures in it. That's pretty much what it looks like. There's no information, nothing interesting about any of these videos on here. It's just incredibly generic, right? No information, nothing. So what I like to do now is show you old school YouTube. I want to show you what YouTube used to look like back in the day. So we're going to go all the way back, way the fuck back, to December of 2008. All right? My original Dark Side Phil channel on YouTube. I'm going to show you what YouTube used to look like before they ruined it. Okay? So this is December 2008. This is what my YouTube channel looked like. Now, I cannot confirm if any of these colors are correct. I don't know. You can't change it anymore because technically this doesn't exist anymore. This is just an archive of what it did look like back in the day. Okay? So what we're looking at right now is a screenshot of 11 and a half years ago when I was just starting to put videos up consistently on YouTube in December of 2008. And this is my original, this is not the DSPGaming channel I use now. This is my original channel, Dark Side Phil. FYI, this channel does still exist as an archive, in fact. Here's what it looks like today. As you can see, I never went back and changed this channel in any way. I just left it what YouTube defaulted it to. So YouTube defaulted it to look like this. Again, pretty shitty. It just looks like a bunch of random pictures, textbooks, you know, nothing interesting at all. That's how shitty YouTube's current layout looks like, okay? This is what YouTube used to look like. Now, there's so many differences, it's shocking, all right? It's shocking how much information was on this page, how cool it was, all right? Just to give you an example, the name of your channel, when you created the channel, the last time you actually signed into the channel to put content up, how many videos you've watched, which is kind of weird because it says 2,578 and I never watched videos. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. If they're telling me my account watched 2,578 videos, or if that means people have watched the videos, I don't even know what that means. How many subscribers you had at the time? So in December of 2008, I had 1,445 subscribers. Okay? And my total channel views, 93,844. Okay? What you were allowed to do back then was put all kinds of personal information about yourself up on your page right there, including slogans, things you do on your page, your age. It would actually, you would put your age into the page and it would auto-update this when it was your birthday. You put in your hometown and stuff like that. And this is your profile image for your channel page. You could have this be a set thumbnail, or you could have this default to just be a thumbnail, whatever the latest thumbnail is for a video that you uploaded. Okay? I'm trying to remember what this is right here. Maybe this is like the latest video you uploaded. I think that's what this is. I think the latest video you uploaded would show here, considering that this video says it only has 58 views and 2 comments. Now, if I click on this, this is not going to work, I don't think. I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure this will not work. Nope. Doesn't work. Because they killed all those links and everything over time. Okay? Playlists. So you would have a section where you could set up different playlists of things that you're currently doing. If you hit see all, it would show more. It's probably not going to work. Oh my god, it worked! It actually showed all my old school playlists. So back then I was playing games such as Super Street Fighter 2 HD Remix, Street Fighter 4 tutorial videos, Street Fighter 4 TGA Ranbat, which is when I did from Tokyo Game Action a tournament, arcade in Rhode Island. It was a launch tournament for Street Fighter 4. Player matches, different sessions of player matches, more Street Fighter 4 HD Madness series, PlayStation Network matches, meaning instead of playing on Xbox 360, I bought it on PlayStation and I played those as well. Okay. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Yes, the full playthrough. At this point, there were only 25 videos live, meaning I probably hadn't finished the game yet. But yeah, that was the playthrough that got, no lie, about millions and millions of views. Resistance 2 full playthrough. Resident Evil 5 full playthrough. Little Big Planet, Left 4 Dead, Gears of War 2, Far Cry 2, Fallout 3, Fable 2, Digital Mayhem Street Fighter 4 Tournament. That was a tournament from early 2009. Dead Space, and Call of Duty World at War. Alright? Those were the playlists that I had live at one time. Okay? So, what would you see on this old school YouTube playlist? First of all, your videos that you've uploaded, including... Oh, look, it actually gives you a total number of videos that you uploaded right there on the screen. You could easily subscribe by clicking here. There's also another opportunity to subscribe right there. Oh, what's this? Oh, you mean you can actually go to someone's page and just simply search for any video and it would come up? Yeah, there was actually a search functionality built directly into the main page of anyone's YouTube that you wanted to find a playthrough or a video. You just type it in and you would immediately get it. It was already there. None of this newfangled nonsense where they hid it within a menu within a menu, and the search actually worked. Okay, back then, it was beautiful. So not only would you have the most recently viewed videos, but there's a major thing. Do you guys notice? All right, I'm not even going to say nothing. Do you guys notice the major difference between YouTube videos in 2008 and today? Just take a look at the information design right there, and let's see if you guys can figure it out, because it's huge. And I'm curious if you guys could tell me what's the major difference between YouTube videos back then and now. Someone already got it. Eggs and Sausage, Queen of Heart, star rating system. That's right. So instead of, oh, thumbs up and thumbs down, which implies a negative, it's all positive. You could only vote a star rating for your videos. Instead of saying, this video is terrible, vote bomb the fucking video, basically people would cumulatively vote for these videos. And even though, yeah, sometimes I would get bad ratings, it still didn't matter. When someone voted for your video, it counted as a positive thing. You didn't have a million thumbs down and stupid shit like that. It was dumb. It was more of a very positive rating system, right? When you just vote stars, you're always giving positivity versus negatives. So, but then they changed it. Really stupid. Okay? In addition, this is what I really like. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. Right off the bat, on anyone's YouTube channel, you could click on most viewed. That doesn't work anymore. Nope, doesn't work anymore. But you would click on most viewed, and it would sort the videos to show the most viewed videos ever on the channel. Same thing with most discussed. You would click on that, and you would see the video with the most comments. So let's say you went to someone's channel immediately. Oh, I want to see what's their most popular videos. You click there. It's there at a glance. You've already seen everyone's most popular videos right off the bat. You don't need to sort. They don't need to set that up themselves. It was automatically done for you. Okay? Recent activity, I believe this was for everything, so it would show uploads, it would show if you commented on a video, if you watched a video. Subscriptions, of course, it would show some subscriptions that you would be subscribed to. As you can see back then, I was subscribed to James Nintendo Nerd, also known as AVGN, as well as the Cinemassacre channel. Jay Chenser, who is a fucking YouTuber. Nope. He's a pro Street Fighter player. Everyone knows who that is. Do you guys know who that is? He's from the Street Fighter community, OG. He plays exclusively with Cammy in Super Turbo. And he was one of the people who filmed a lot of my competitive matches and uploaded them to YouTube. So I had subscribed to his channel, even though he basically never really uploaded much. For some reason, I was subscribed to College Humor. I don't know why. Dr. Smooth, he was someone who made parody videos of like G.I. Joe and shit like that. Like parody G.I. Joe public service announcements and stuff like that, which I really enjoy. Subscribers, it would show just a few of your subscribers here, but you see total. Friends, of course, there was a friends list that you could have on YouTube where people could discuss stuff and shit. And then right there on your main page was a channel comments section. Alright? This was not video comments, this is channel comments. And people would put stuff on here that would be useful. Of course, you still had trolls. Look at this. Suck my lick, you're stupid. Fucking you. And then I would post up, okay, I beat Fallout 3 tonight. Very fun. Check it out. And this guy would be like, oh, look, I know where all the railway rifle parts are. Here's some help. You know, people could do this all the time. They could put up helpful comments on your channel. But the thing that got me about YouTube back then, there was like 3 critical things that I liked of old school YouTube versus now. Number 1, everything's on the one page. Everything is at a glance and everything's easily findable. Most viewed, search for stuff right now, find the current playlist, how many subs, everything's here at a glance. Right in front of you. Current YouTube is this. There's nothing even here. It's just a bunch of playlists. And look what they did. They changed it so everything's in a tab, hidden away. No one uses it anymore. No one uses this to find anything. No one will go to any of these tabs because you hid all the channel's content away behind multiple tabs and pages. Everything was in front of you, immediately viewable. It was so much better. It really was. And basically, when you look at this page, it feels like a social media hub, right? It feels like this is a place you can go to find out exactly what's going on with a content creator. I have a schedule. You could post a schedule up here, which I didn't have at this point. You can post a schedule of playthroughs up here, your recent uploads, your playlists, your most popular videos, people commenting on your stuff, everything at a glance. And then it focused on positivity because it was a star rating system instead of a positive and negative rating system. Oh yeah, and then as you can see behind here, you could actually have a custom channel background. Now this, in reality, this is not accurate because the way that it worked was the channel background would scroll somewhat. Like the channel background would stick, and then when you scrolled up and down, it was actually this page that would move. It would not be the background. So that's not exactly 100% accurate here, but it's pretty close to how it used to look. So you could customize all the colors. For example, the color of the text, the color of the boxes. You could customize everything. I don't believe I probably had blue, but then I changed it. As you can see, whenever I clicked on show all playlists, this is probably the color I really had on my channel. It was probably red text with white and black. It popped. You would go to someone's channel and, wow, this is their style. This is the kind of content that they put out, is that it looks like that. You see what I mean? Today, you go over and it's like, wow, it's dark mode. You can't control any colors. It's just, you're just using thumbnails. You know, that's it. So, I definitely liked this layout. I thought this was much better back in the day. Okay? And by the way, the thing is, they don't have it here right now, and I don't know if any of the archives we're going to look at will have this. Daily, what YouTube would do is track stats, and it would track things like the most viewed channel page, the person with the most views on YouTube today. In a category, you could categorize yourself as certain things. You could be a comedian, you could be a gamer, and under those categories, you would say, you're the most viewed comedian today on YouTube, you're the most viewed gamer. And I would frequently be ranked highly in those categories, and it's kind of it's almost like an accolade. Like you could wear a badge to say, oh man, I did well, look at how many views, look at every day today I was the most viewed of this category or whatever. It was pretty neat. And my channel page back in the day frequently was in the highest ranked channel pages on all of YouTube. Pretty sweet. Okay, some shout outs here. Only Eyes Coffee did 100-bit chases. On the top right of your channel layout is where you could feature a video. Normally it would be your most recent upload. However, you could feature another content creator's video to help them get a boost in views if your channel page was popular and it was pretty common back in the day. That is correct. You should engage. A fun fact, when YouTube first introduced the thumbs up, thumbs down feature, all 5-star ratings you gave were converted to thumbs up. 1-star ratings were converted to thumbs down. Nothing happened with 2 to 4-star ratings. They were deleted. Think about that. Shadow the Hedgehog did a 500-bit cheer. He says, AVGN and Irate Gamer are friends now? Oh, yeah? I wasn't aware that AVGN was ever really angry at Irate Gamer. Like, I don't think AVGN ever came out and said, man, that guy really ripped me off or anything. So, thank you for the cheer. ATS318, resubscribed for 7 months, is loving the content, Phil. Thank you, ATS. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, that's one example. What we're going to do is go down through a few examples of how my page... So here... So that was December of 2008. Here's February 14th of 2009. So you see, I told you guys, I was pretty confident that there was a certain color layout and things that I used. So here it is. This is how my channel looked back then. So this, from December to February, I more than doubled my amount of subscribers, and I more than tripled my amount of channel views. Check that out. So, oh, look at this. I'll be attending Screwtack Gaming Convention this summer, July 3rd to 5th in Texas. Please use this link to let them know that I referred you. It's going to be a great time. And I did, if I remember, 2009, that was when before I had become a big YouTuber, and I was doing this for a living. I attended Screwtack Gaming Convention. That was when I had just started with all of this, okay? But then I didn't go. If I remember correctly, I didn't go. I originally was going to go in 2009, and I didn't go. And I kicked myself in the ass for not going because then they canceled the whole thing. Eventually, I did go many years later, okay? But it sucks that I didn't go. So take a look at all the information that you could list here. Look at this. I said influences, Mystery Science Theater 3000, and Angry Video Game Nerd. What the fuck? I can't read. You could list, here's the playthroughs I've completed. See that? Here we go. So I was telling you guys about accolades. All right? Here's accolades. So back then, there was, as silly as this sounds, in 2009, YouTube didn't consider gaming a big thing. You couldn't even monetize gameplay videos. So I had to categorize myself as a comedian in order to even be ranked. So I had to rate myself as a comedian. So take a look. Most viewed today comedians, number 23. So the biggest accolade I had gotten was I was the number 3 most viewed comedian of a day, the number 29th most viewed comedian in a week, and the number 45th most viewed comedian of a month. And that was in February of 2009. Okay? Videos, again, very similar. Now, you see a difference here? Some of my videos were getting ginormous views for that time period. I mean, 4,000 views on part 1 of a playthrough for 2009 for someone who had no backing, no one knew who the hell he was, is pretty damn good. And then I was uploading Street Fighter videos. Of course, they would get way less views because it was a million matches. Every video was a separate match. Subscriptions, subscribers, friends, channel comments. Waiting for more Fear 2. Try making a Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm gameplay. Finally, the last E Honda Madness video. Now get to Fear. See, so some people were fiending for ongoing playthroughs and didn't want the Street Fighter stuff. Some people loved the Street Fighter stuff. Event dates. Now this was cool. You could put your actual schedule on your YouTube page. So look at this. Fear 2 playthrough will continue February 13th at 11 p.m. Why 11 p.m.? Because I would come home from work, play for 2 to 3 hours, and then upload at night. See? February 19th, Valentine's Day Massacre event. So it sounds to me like that was maybe a weekend or I had nothing to do, and I uploaded a ton. February 17th, I played GTA 4 The Lost and Damned DLC premiere, except I had to stop doing it because that's when I got false copyright claims. Okay? February 18th, Street Fighter 4 launch premiere gameplay. Yes, that's when the launch of Street Fighter 4. February 21st, GameStop Street Fighter 4 Nationals Round 1 Westfield Mall. I don't know if I ever did them. I don't remember. Interesting. But anyway, that's what channels looked like in February of 2009. Okay? Let's continue because I have a bunch of these things archived. Up next would be August of 2009. So now we're talking a good, 7 months later. Let's see how things have changed on Darkside Phil. It's still... Oh! So what we have in the background is pretty insane. It's a custom-made background, okay? And the custom-made background is essentially Aqua Teen Hunger Force characters, Street Fighter 4 characters, right? It's got Ash from Evil Dead. They're all combined there. Why? Because that's basically the way people saw me, was kind of like this individualized guy playing games. This was a mashup of all the stuff that I liked, right? So someone had made these mashup backgrounds for me and put them up on the channel. Now, here's the thing. In December of 2008, I had like 1,400 subs. In February, I had about 3,600. In August, I had 20,000 subs and 4 million views. I had gotten more than 10 times the amount of views. How insane is that? Right? Also, in addition to that, okay, best honors, I had gotten number 5 most viewed today on the 31st of July. So that means I was, out of all of YouTube, out of all of fucking YouTube, I was the 5th most viewed guy on YouTube back then. How crazy is that? I was the number 1 most viewed comedian 14 times at this point. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty awesome. It was a cool time. Everyone was positive. Everyone was having fun. I said I was similar to Satan. That's what I put on here. I'm similar to Satan. At this point, I had broken out and actually listed all of the equipment, right? All of the equipment that I was using. Obviously, my playthroughs list had expanded greatly. Okay. So what was I doing at the time? Castle Crashers co-op playthrough. You guys remember that? I started doing co-op playthroughs with my friends. Pretty awesome. Street Fighter 4 HD offline casuals. I was still playing Street Fighter 4 at the time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles of Time Reshelled 4-player co-op. Another co-op playthrough I did on a weekend. I actually had my reveal videos by this point. In fact, look at this. It had only been 2 weeks. In August of 2009, it had only been 2 weeks since I had revealed myself for the first time and you guys had seen what I looked like. And then a week after that, I did not only friend request ridicule, but my first hateful truth. So a lot of new content was flooding my channel at once. You not only had my ongoing game playthroughs, you had new co-op playthroughs, you had the Street Fighter coverage, and then you had game reviews, friend request ridicule, everything at once. Okay, pretty awesome. And also, as you guys can see, holy shit, look at the views that I was getting. Okay? Part 1 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time co-op playthrough, in 3 days, 41,000 views. Because I was one of the highest ranked guys. People found my videos amazingly easy. They would search, boom. It would jump up, here's my videos, the top of the forefront of YouTube search and everything. It was pretty insane how popular I was within not even a year's time, right? Play Battlefield Bad Company. Anyone have any ideas why honors have vanished? So honors, as I told you, was these daily ranking rewards. They vanished because YouTube glitched, and they were reappearing, disappearing, reappearing, disappearing. Basically, YouTube broke them, so sometimes they would show up and sometimes they wouldn't. But I liked when they were there because that allowed me to have these cool accolades and rank myself against all the other people, right? PlayCool92 tipped $1 to show us some of the game wet. Your gameplay videos, there was a joke about right in the family jewels. When you're intuiting a sword and the dude's balls. It's one of his fondest old memories. Wow. He says, good times, man. Well, I don't know if we'll watch that today. But you guys can see how ridiculously different YouTube channels were. Look how exciting this is. You got new videos. You got channel honors. You got people talking. You get all this content going on at once. It's exciting. It's genuinely exciting to go to an old school YouTube channel and see all this stuff. You get custom background. It was happening. It was. Back then, it was really neat. All right. Let's continue. I misclicked. All right, this next one. Are you guys ready for this? This next one, January 7th, 2010. So in January of 2010, YouTube forced everyone to stop using these old, nice, customized YouTube channels, and it went to a more generic format. And this was just when the new format had been forced down everyone's throats. All right? Some people liked it. Some people didn't. I was strongly... Oh my God, look at that background. I was strongly critical of the new channel layout. because I felt that it didn't give you as much information at a glance. It was a little bit more confusing. I really felt that. I felt that it was a little bit more confusing. You know. But anyway, take a look here. At how they changed it up. So you would have a featured video. This was new. In the old YouTube, there was no featured video at all. Now you had the ability to feature videos. Okay? Right here, that would auto-play. And this became a huge issue of contention with viewers, YouTube, because basically people started monetizing videos. At this point, I had not yet. This was early 2010. I had not monetized any videos on my channel. Okay? But when people started monetizing videos on YouTube, it became an issue of contention because people would go to someone's YouTube channel and a video would play and they would make ad revenue on that video. Okay? But you didn't necessarily even watch the video. You just went to their channel and it auto-played. You didn't actually, watch that video actively. It just went ahead and played it by itself. So basically, a lot of people were arguing that those aren't true views and why are people getting paid for ads on those videos and stuff. But I wasn't about that back then. I didn't have any ads on any of my videos. So some things had changed. As you can see, you still had a custom background, but now you had transparency that you could do on your channel. And it was adjustable. The transparencies were adjustable. Okay? You could have upload section and some of your most recent videos and playlists would show up right up here. Now the search functionality has been disabled. It's not here anymore. But if you went individually into uploads or playlists, you could now search in the uploads and playlist section of the channel. Okay? I don't know if this is going to work. Nope, bad response from a server. But what happens is you would click on that, and instead of showing this, it would go to a grid view, where it would break it out and just show all videos. So this is like basically featured content, but you could click on there and it would just show everything. Okay, you have the ability to switch between the two. Alright. So here we go. Back then, holy shit. So just between August and January, August of 2009 and January, I more than doubled my channel views again. I went from 4 million to over 8 million. Total upload views, 51 million views. 51 million views in like a year. Okay? My channel had exploded at this point. It was very popular. Any playthrough I played was getting anywhere from 20 to 50,000 views per part. That's how crazy this shit was back in the day. Okay? If I were able to monetize my content at this time, I probably would be filthy rich to this day. But you couldn't monetize gameplay videos back then. Okay? Some of my best honors were, again, the number 5th most viewed on all of YouTube today. That was in July of 2009. I was the 20 times the most viewed comedian on the site. Pretty crazy, huh? And then when I started reviewing games, people started outlining my review scores, and I put them right here, right on my channel to be featured. Here I would put, here's upcoming playthroughs that I'm going to do. I could put it right there on my channel. Here's completed playthroughs. Here's the current, they did bring back the channel accolades. There they are, right? And here's event dates of games that I'm definitely playing. Mass Effect 2. Did it say there? No. Bayonetta? Yeah, Mass Effect 2. Right there. Interesting. And over here's a bunch of mess. Like, I don't know who would use this, but this was just part of people's channels. Subscribers, subscriptions, friends, stuff like that. And of course, channel comments still existed. People would make general comments about things like the games I was playing and stuff like that. At this point, Darksiders was the big playthrough that I had started. Look at those views for the year-end series. The funniest moments of 2009, 50,000 views, 59,000. Holy shit, it was crazy back then, dude. It was. Ninstar Rune Cheers, can you bring back that background for the pre-stream overlays? I don't have that anymore. I mean, maybe you could save it, but I don't think that would even be full wide screen. You know. Alright, so that was January of 2010. Now, important to note, okay, something very important happened in the spring of 2010. I got a bunch of false copyright strikes against Darkside Phil. Someone didn't like me for some reason. Now, back then, it wasn't like today. There weren't a giant number of people who hated me. Okay, there weren't a giant number of people who absolutely hated me. Maybe there was a few people who didn't like me, for various reasons, and they had a bug up their butt about me. Okay, but most people didn't dislike me; they liked my content. Okay, especially because remember, I started in 2008. Here it was 2010. So for 2 years, I was doing this content completely for free. Never made a dime doing it. I was doing it for the love of it. Okay, so someone took it upon themselves in early 2010. It was April of 2010 when I was doing a playthrough of Splinter Cell, one of the Splinter Cell games. They gave me false copyright strikes impersonating Ubisoft staff. Back then, this was a shocking event and a rarity. No one trolled anyone like that on YouTube. So it was kind of like completely open to being abused. And when that happened, I said, well, it seems like my original Dark Side Phil channel that I've put so much time, effort, and hard work into over the last 2 years is going to be ruined because YouTube, for whatever reason, granted these copyright strikes. So at that point, I made a new channel called DSPGaming. So let's go check out what the channel DSPGaming looked like on April 20th, 2010. Here it is. I basically tried to make it look almost exactly like the old channel because I wanted people to, oh, it's the same guy, right? So Hate Lives, I Can Never Die. I made a new channel. I got a new icon, which is Animal from the Muppets, okay? And here's the new videos as I uploaded them. And in reality, I didn't notice at first it was a hit where I didn't get as many views, but then this channel picked up traction and I ended up actually getting a lot of different views and stuff, you see. See, I used to be one of the most viewed channels on YouTube until YouTube falsely closed my account, Darkside Phil, so fuck that shit. You can now, and now I'm doing it here, see. So guess what? Best honors so far. At one point, I was the #2 most viewed channel on YouTube of that day. Out of all the channels on YouTube, I was the #2 most viewed on all of YouTube in February of 2010. How insane is that? I was the #1 most subscribed channel on all of YouTube at one point. Okay? Pretty crazy. So at this point, if you remember, the Darkside Phil channel had a ridiculous amount of subs. I was trying to bring those people over to this channel. That channel had millions and millions of views. So I was trying to bring those people over from Darkside Phil to here. And that's why you see such a tiny amount of channel views, a tiny amount of subs. This is just when I had created the channel to make up for the fact that the Darkside Phil channel had been shut down by YouTube because of the false copyright strikes. Okay? Fair enough? So the channel looks exactly the same almost. I tried to emulate the Darkside Phil channel. Now, what I did is eventually, the Darkside Phil channel got unsuspended because YouTube looked into it and realized it was fake. Why they didn't do that up front? Why does Twitter suspend my account in 20, or why does Twitter delete my avatar and my channel banner in 2020 without checking on anything? Because these companies fucking suck and they don't give a shit. So, eventually what I decided to do was I said, you know, I just worked for the past month on DSPGaming, making DSPGaming big. I want to make DSPGaming bigger at this point. Screw Darkside Phil, even though it's an amazing channel where it's where I got my roots. I've already worked so hard on DSPGaming, I don't want to tell everyone, oh, go back to Darkside Phil now. So instead, I focused on DSPGaming, and then I made a new vlogging channel called The King of Hate HD, and I split my content between those two, and then eventually I made a third channel called DSP Street Fighter, where I would put all my fighting game footage. So I basically did a triple split between my content to be 3 different places for you to go. Fighting games in one spot so you don't get spammed on the other channel with the fighting games. DSPGaming for all the main playthroughs, reviews, and then the King of Hate HD for other special series and things like that. And then what I ended up doing, I ended up monetizing the videos on the King of Hate HD because unlike the gameplay, which YouTube would not let you monetize, even then in 2010 you couldn't monetize gameplay yet. You could put ad revenue, or put ads, and you could make revenue on vlogging style videos. So I tried to make some money off of the King of Hate HD doing that. Okay? Sound good? Alright. So, what we have now what we have now is I can show you a few other things before we move on from this time period. I could show you what the DSP Street Fighter channel looked like. This is when, again, this is April of 2010. I created the DSP Street Fighter channel to separate the fighting game content from my main channel content. And here it is. You see here in the background, we got pictures from Street Fighter 4, right? Characters from Street Fighter 4. Now, you may notice something a little different. You notice the picture looks different? Because at this time period, what YouTube allowed you to do, alright? What YouTube allowed you to do was to make channel layouts that would be on the edges of the screen. Okay? And that's what I did. I basically, people made these edited avatars for me, or backgrounds for me, where all the artwork would be on the sides of the screen, and then in the middle would be generic stuff. And that's what this was. See that? They did it the right aspect ratio and everything for me, which was really sweet. So, characters on the sides, and then here's all my content. I started doing joystick reviews. I started, here's tournament footage of me playing in tournaments. Different various fighting games. And so what I did is I broke out this channel as a fighting game exclusive channel. This is only a few had joined. This is only like a week after it had opened. It already had 13,000 subscribers and was getting a bunch of views and stuff. Okay? So it was working. Diversifying my content, having a fighting game dedicated channel, having a playthrough dedicated channel was working. It was really well done, really well thought out the way that I did it back in 2010. Okay? There was also another channel, which some of you might recognize. It's really the only way you could see the channel right now is from a web archive. So let me show you this other channel that I had. Maybe some of you will remember this channel. How many of you remember Dark Side Phil Final Fantasy 13? Remember this sucker? This was a channel that I created exclusively for my Final Fantasy 13 playthrough. All that I had on here was Final Fantasy 13. Alright? Because, see, here we go. Sorry for the problems. YouTube's been fucking up big time. I restarted the uploads. Due to YouTube being down for hours, the videos have had massive errors. I had to restart them. The Final Fantasy 3 playthrough continues on March 23rd. See? So, in early 2010, I created this channel for a couple of reasons. Alright? The first reason that I made this channel was because I had never done a full-length RPG playthrough before. I'd done fighting games, I'd done new releases that were action-based, but I'd never actually done a full-length RPG. With Final Fantasy 13 coming out, people had requested it heavily, they wanted to see it. I said, I will do it, but I'm worried that if I flood my channel with RPG stuff, people will be turned off because they've never seen this before. So I created a separate channel for it, and in addition to that, I was nervous because I had heard rumors that people were saying, hey, we watch people who do Final Fantasy stuff and they get taken down for copyright all the time. And I said, you know what? I don't want to risk that. With everything I've done on YouTube now and I'm creating separate channels, I want to make sure that my regular channels are not affected by that shit. So I created this channel as a way. I can take these headphones off. I'm so stupid. I'm not listening to anything. I created this channel as a way to basically keep my other channels safe during my playthrough of Final Fantasy 13. Now, I'm not sure how much more this is archived, because the channel existed up until, I'd say, probably like 2017, 2018. At that point, someone hacked the channel and put a bunch of illegal soccer/football footage up on it and basically got it shut down. So sadly, this playthrough is gone from the internet. It doesn't exist. It got completely deleted because someone hacked the channel, and I couldn't find a way to get the channel back. I'm just curious, because this is when it first was created. You see, I had 9,000 subscribers, and over 1 million, almost 2 million views on the Final Fantasy playthrough, Final Fantasy 13. By the way, I categorized myself then as a guru instead of a comedian, because gurus, I don't know, I felt like I was a guru of gaming. I know that's stupid, but I felt that was better than just a comedian. I was a guru of gaming. They still didn't have a gaming category. I'm just curious, if I were to click, say, October of 2012. Aha! Interesting. Because this was a different layout that YouTube did for a while. And you can see the channel looks completely different. So it went from 9,000 to 26,000 subscribers and over 3.5 million video views. Okay? Interesting. But I just wanted to see, you know, how did the channel grow over time? Yeah, it won't even show up anymore. See that? Okay. So that channel existed for a while for Final Fantasy 13, and then it got deleted because of a fucking hacker asshole. So continuing on with the timeline now, okay? Here's 2 screenshots of late June 2010. At this point, what happened is Darkside Phil just became an archive. I got it back after all those false copyright strikes from supposedly Ubisoft, who wasn't really Ubisoft. I got the channel back. See this? So this is the original Darkside Phil channel. I got the channel back, but at this point I said, I think I'm just going to turn this channel into an archive, which is crazy because look, 67,000 subscribers. I had 83 million video views within a year and a half of this channel existing. 83 million video views. I had so many accolades. Again, number 2 most viewed on all of YouTube one day, this channel. But I abandoned it because I said, you know what? I've already pushed, for a month I've been working on DSPGaming. I pushed DSPGaming to the forefront as the channel that I was going to upload to. And I said, I'm just going to work on DSPGaming, DSP Street Fighter, and the King of Hate HD. And Darkside Phil will just end up being an archive of the past. And that's all it's been. It still exists to this day. You can still go to Darkside Phil. You can watch all my content from 2007 was when I uploaded my first video there from a tournament in Chicago, all the way through until DSPGaming took up the reins in like April, May of 2010. Okay? So that's what happened to Darkside Phil. Then here's June 24, 2010 on the new DSPGaming channel. So this is when DSPGaming took over for Darkside Phil. As you can see, the channel layouts became much more interesting because people started making these layouts that would have the artwork on the sides. It wouldn't repeat anymore. Instead, it would be all this unique artwork. You would go to my channel and be like, oh my god, right? Like, this looks really cool. Look at all this shit that's on Phil's channel. Admittedly, the channel took a giant hit because, as you can see, only 27,000 subscribers in June. So within a month of it being open, I only got back about 1/3 of my viewer base, right? A lot of people, when the Darkside Phil channel shut down, they didn't immediately run over to DSPGaming and start watching the content. It was quite the contrary. It was harder for me to get those kind of views. But as you can see here, what I started to do at this point, not only did I feature my new gameplay videos, all right, but also I featured other people's videos. Look at this. It's Ghost Drones Remix. It's someone from a name called The Terminator, someone Brandon Flugan. These are musical remixes. At this point, people started making musical remixes out of my content, which was really neat. I really appreciated that people would take a playthrough and add a musical spin to it. All right. And I would feature this content here, and people would get attention because of it, which was really sweet. I enjoyed doing that and giving other people you know, some attention. In addition, at this point, I started regularly doing co-op with John Rambo. So just an example, here's a Lost Planet 2 co-op, right? And he would come over and we would do co-op commentary and stuff together. So that's what the channel looked like in late June of 2010. Essentially, I started doing better backgrounds that people really enjoyed seeing because of the way, you know, they made the channel unique and different from other people's channels. Okay? All right, let's continue. People say I have a racist troll, yet no one's telling me who the racist troll is, so I can't look it up. Okay. Alright, moving on. The next thing I'd like to look at, Dead Dsp. You guys remember that channel? I'm sure you do. Dead Dsp was a channel that I created exclusively for Rockstar-related content. Because again, number one, I'd already had issues with Rockstar supposedly giving me copyright strikes against my content. And I know that sounds weird. You're like, what happened? Yeah, here we go. I got this guy. Hold on. Wait, there he is. I'll get rid of him. Alright, he's out of here. So, in mid-2010, I wanted to start playing Rockstar games. Notably, I wanted to start playing Red Dead Redemption. And I had already had false copyright strikes against my channel for the DLC of Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and Damned. So I didn't want to take any chances playing Red Dead Redemption. So I made a whole new channel for it. It was called Red Dead DSP. I played a whole playthrough of Red Dead Redemption on it. And then about a year later, I believe it was LA Noire I played on it. And that was all I ever put on there besides a few edited videos. As you can see here, Suicide Kings, which was a series where after I played Red Dead Redemption, okay, I then went ahead and I did a crazy series where we were jumping off cliffs and doing all kinds of crazy stuff to music. And it exploded. People really liked the Suicide Kings series. Look at this. This video had 148,000 views. Insane. Okay? Absolutely insane how popular this stuff was. And basically the same exact thing happened to this channel as happened with Dark Side Phil Final Fantasy 13. These were channels that I didn't log into from like the year 2012 through like 2017. I never logged into them. I was never using them. They were dead channels to me. So these assholes found a way to hack them and get in there and take control of the channels and broadcast illegal shit. This channel also got shut down. So my original Red Dead Redemption playthrough, it's gone. Because some asshole destroyed it. As fucked up as that sounds, right? Yeah, there you go. Galactic Reptile says, I actually found you initially through the Rockstar channel because you were in the top channels. Yeah, when I play new games, I'm telling you. Look, number 4 most subscribed this week. Number 1 most subscribed this week for comedians. Number 5 most viewed comedian of the day. See? Those accolades were huge, and that's how you would find people on YouTube. I want to find a funny video. Go to comedian, search. Oh, here's the top 5 people who are funny today. You go to my channel and watch me. You see, you know, right before they used to do that shit. Before they ruined the site, because the site sucks shit now. Okay. Okay. So that's Red Dead DSP. Now what I'd like to do is continue on with the history of DSPGaming, because essentially that's the channel that I continue with. I put a lot of work and effort into. So we're actually going to fast forward now to January 23rd of 2011. Okay? At this point, I had been through a lot. I had been laid off from my job in October of 2010. Okay? I had tried to go to blip.tv because I couldn't make a living on YouTube. They wouldn't monetize my gameplay videos. Alright? And then I decided to come back to YouTube because it didn't work out on Blip for me doing racist jokes because I'm a fucking idiot. I got banned from Blip. I came back to YouTube, started uploading again to DSPGaming. And when I started doing this, people wholeheartedly welcomed me back. They were like, dude, you've been through the ringer. You lost your job. You got kicked off Blip. This is ridiculous, but you're a survivor. You persevere. Okay? Gee, I wonder when I made a video with jokes about the Jews, right? Insulting jokes about Jewish people. And then my logo was this. Gee, I wonder why I got kicked off Blip TV. Well, I just can't figure it out, right? But anyway, so I came back to YouTube, and I got a partnership with Machinima. It was around this time, late January, early February of 2011, that I finally was able to start making videos for a living. I was able to start archiving videos and monetizing videos and making money. And at the same time, because I was so popular. Now, by the way, this channel had only existed since April of 2010. Here's January 2011, 53,000 subs, 39 million views. So I had about 80 million views when Dark Side Phil got shut down. With less than a year, I already have been up to almost 40 million views again on the DSPGaming channel, which was great. I was like, damn, good. I'm getting back to where I was. At this point, I actually had Rambo coming over and doing so much co-op that people wanted to see Rambo's own content. And so he created his own YouTube channel. Alright? And on his channel had all kinds of stuff, including not only gameplay, but he started doing podcasts and unique content. And I would feature his content and talk about it on my stuff to try to get him attention. Because I felt, I really wanted him to succeed too as a YouTuber. In fact, how crazy is this? He had just created his channel and he had 14,000 subscribers. Almost immediately. Because, everyone knew him from my stuff. Which was really sweet. Okay? So this is early 2011. This is a Battlefield 3 layout. As you can see, back then again, Everything was customizable. You could change the colors, you could change the layout, you could change everything on your channels to look however you wanted. So I would play a game and use a color scheme that matched the game, right? Which was really cool. Every time you came to my channel would look different, with something new and something different. And people really liked that about the channel, okay? Is there an earthquake? Yes, there's an earthquake. No, it's my legs, my restless leg syndrome. All right, June 16th, 2011, okay? Middle of 2011. So now I'd been doing this full-time as a job for about 4 or 5 months, okay? For some reason, I still had the Battlefield 3 theme up. I don't believe that. I want to think that this isn't correct. For some reason, it did not archive the proper background. I don't know why, but you may notice something different. You notice this? This was something new. You could now add channel banners, and you could add links to your channel banners. So I had a channel banner here, all right, that had my name, other channels that I have that you could click on to watch my other content. My merch store was now live on Cafe Press. You could click here. The Hateful Truth Reviews, I had a playlist here. You could click on it. It would take you right to my reviews, my Twitter, my kingofhate.com website. Everything was now linked from my channel banner. You went to my channel, at a click, you could go to anywhere and see any of my content. It got even better. So these channels actually got better over time with the amount of customization and the amount of stuff you could add to them. It was tremendous how good this was, in my opinion. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Okay? In fact, take a look at this. The Hateful Truth of Duke Nukem Forever and the Media Shit Show. I had uploaded it 13 hours ago, already had almost 9,000 views. This ended up being one of my highest viewed reviews of all time. Release day unboxing, June 14th, 2011, had 37,000 views. The weekend preview was getting 26,000 views. Okay? So to give you some perspective, this video right here, the weekend preview, probably made me between $50 to $100 just sitting down and talking about my schedule for the week. This video, release day unboxing, probably maybe from $60 to $100 just unboxing a game. It paid for the game. How crazy, right? That's what I mean. This was insanity. It was. I had increased my subs by about maybe 12, 13,000. My views had almost doubled. In half a year, I had up to 66 million views, okay? At this point, channel accolades, I believe, were starting to either not work properly or get phased out. And quite frankly, ever since I came to the DSPGaming channel, my channel accolades kind of melted away. And the reason I say that is because basically I wasn't getting as many views that I was getting on Darkside Phil. I really got the most views ever on Darkside Phil at the very end when the channel got banned. That's when I was like the tip top of viewership. At this point, so this is June again, June of 2011, Howard also had been in enough stuff of ours that he made his own YouTube channel and started uploading his own content. Alright? Machinima. Since I was partnered with Machinima, they wanted me to start putting up their own channels. Alright? In reference on my own channel, which is hilarious because I had 21 million channel views. Some of their channels didn't even have that. Look, the main Machinima and Respawn did, but the other three didn't. Sports, Realm, and Trailer Vault. But I had to advertise for them on my own channel because I was partnered with them. Okay? Alright, so that was June of 2011. Okay? Now, continue on. Pretty big history lesson here. January of 2012, almost 2 years on the dot, 2 years later from when YouTube first changed their original channel layout to the new one, which eventually ended up being better, YouTube changed their channel layout again. Look at this. Do you see a difference? Yeah. The difference ain't good. Alright? In my opinion, this was one of the worst changes that they made. Is they went from a customized colors, tons of information on a channel page. Okay? And they turned it into a white textbook. I hated this change. I absolutely hated this. I thought that this was one of the worst things they ever did. I think that it basically took away the originality of your channel, which it did. By the way, when they did this, no more accolades. There was no more, you're the most subscribed, most viewed in a day. They abolished it completely. Completely abolished it. So you no longer had a way to rank yourself against other channels. It was just hope your videos get viewed, and if they do, hopefully they get into this YouTube search or whatever, because there was no more way to rank yourself against anyone. So at this point, my channel page went from being one of the most used, one of the most viewed and useful things on YouTube, and people basically told me, we stopped going to your channel. We just searched for whatever's the new thing from DSPGaming. Even though, look at this amazing background someone made for me. Look at all the characters, right? I don't even know who the fuck these characters are. I really don't. I guess that's one of the gods touching Ezio. No, that might be, what's his name? The not Ezio, but the other guy from Assassin's Creed 2. Who's that? There's Master Chief. That's the guy from Crysis. I believe that's the main character of Silent Hill 2. Obviously, that's from Red Dead Rising Revengeance. This is, what's her name from Bioshock Infinite? Spider-Man. Obviously, that's Lightning. Lara Croft. I don't even know who that is. I guess it's supposed to be the female Shepherd, maybe? Yeah, N7. That's a female Shepherd. Commander Shepherd. Right? Now, in addition, you may notice there's no more ratings showing up anywhere anymore. Because it was in the year of 2011 into 2012, they got rid of the star rating system. The videos no longer was vote on how good you liked videos. It was, do you like it or dislike it? Which is terrible. You put negative reinforcement into YouTube. Anyone from a business perspective would tell you positive reinforcement is better than negative. But they're idiots, and they added an actual negative reinforcement system into YouTube. Okay? Really dumb, in my opinion. But I liked, the channel layouts were good. People continue to make me good channel layouts. The problem was the page now had, look, they removed all of the functionality from the page. The only thing I could do, I could put some playlists over here, right? Some other people whose channels I wanted to promote, I could put there. And basically, my latest uploads could be here. And that was about it. There was no more schedule. There was no more rankings. There was all of the customizations that you had done over the years, the colors, the way to make it a social media hub. In early 2012, they removed it all. They literally deleted it and said, we want a new YouTube layout that looks like a textbook. All right? And you want to know what really pissed me off? Big popular YouTubers like iJustine and a few others were given access to this early, and they were paid to promote the new channel layouts. And they were like, oh, it's so good, you could do this and this. I'm like, no, you've ruined it. And by doing this, you show that you have no confidence in it. You have to pay other YouTubers to advertise your new channel layouts so that they'll get, the channel layout will be pushed as a positive. Even though I hated it. I thought this is going to tank my channel. And by the way, it did hurt my channel. It absolutely did. People told me in 2012, they literally stopped visiting my channel page. They said, there's no reason to go to your channel page anymore. There's nothing on it. We're just going to try to like hot link your uploads page, or we're just going to subscribe to your channel and just check the new videos when they pop up, and that was it. However, my channel continued to grow. My subscribers doubled. I had, what was it, 50, 60,000? Now they doubled, and my views doubled. So the good news was I kind of was getting the momentum back. Here we are, a year and a half later, I was finally getting the momentum back on DSPGaming that I had on Dark Side Phil back in the day. This was before This Is How You Don't Play. Alright? At this point, everything that I had played and done, people really enjoyed. And it was giving me a lot of exposure, and it was very positive. People still saw me mostly in a positive light at this point. Okay? Ninstar Rune Cheers said, gee, thanks, Susan. Yeah, you know, she's been in charge of YouTube forever and basically made bad choice after bad choice after bad choice. We're almost done, guys. The next one is July of 2012. If I can get it to load. So, again, people continued to make me really cool, awesome, customized artwork. I now had a banner that linked to all of my content. Remember, in 2012, we were doing Project 7, the classic DSP channel, DSP Street Fighter for fighting games. My website, you could go to the DSP Tries It playlist. You go to the Release Day Unboxing or my game reviews playlist. Everything was here at a glance if you wanted to use it, although most people told me we aren't using it. Okay? I did a digital pictures week where I did all Sega CD content. See that? How cool is that? Right? But sadly, again, there's the only use for this main page was to see my latest uploads, maybe click on a few links, and see playlists. That was it. And that's why people stopped using my main channel page. Okay, so that's July of 2012. You can see my subs barely went up. At this point, I think I had a core audience that liked all my stuff, but my views went way up. 50 million more views in about 6 months. Okay. January of 2013. We're almost done, only a few more. But I'm trying to show you the key changes to YouTube over the years. January of 2013. Alright. Obviously, this was my Devil May Cry reboot playthrough. That's what all this artwork is from. Right? Started doing things a little bit differently. Started the Retro Replay series where I would go back and play games from my past in 2013, because at this point I've been doing it for about 5 years, and I felt it made sense to go back and do stuff from the past, which was really neat. So here, Retro Replay of Dead Dsp, right? Went back and played that game. By the way, just for the record, even though apparently people behind the scenes didn't like me, like Respect the Pact at this point had completely backed out of Project 7, said they didn't want to do it anymore. And basically, I guess behind my back, we're talking shit with Howard about how they felt they should have got more out of the series and everything, even though they never told me. I continued to keep them on my page to promote them. Because, you know, I wasn't like that. I wasn't like, oh, just because we canceled Project 7, I'm now going to start removing people from my fucking related videos. I just left them up, not knowing that apparently they didn't like me behind the scenes. Okay? So this is January 2013. Again, you notice something. My subs barely moved. Only in 6 months, I only got like 10,000 new subscribers, but look at my video views. It went from, what, 180 to 220. So every 6 months, I was getting another 50 million views. I was making more than 10 million views a month at some points, at the height of my popularity. Okay? Now, a few things happened here. During the year of 2012, number one, some of the backlash against me started hitting the internet, like, this is how you don't play. So there started being an actual very negative movement about me for the first time on the internet. In addition to that, this is when Machinima just kind of started falling apart. Alright? And Machinima basically contacted all of us in late 2012 and said, we're paying you too much money. We screwed up. We're paying you way too much money. We have to give you all pay cuts. So this was kind of me at the end of 2012, early 2013, looking at things and saying, I'm thinking that sadly things are not going to keep going as well as they did in the past, and I need to start making changes. And incidentally, within a month of this, I started doing direct capture and live streaming. Okay? July of 2013. You're going to notice something else different on this one, I think. Okay? July of 2013. This looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Alright? You want to know why this looks familiar? Well, I'll show you why. You ready? See? Because July of 2013, YouTube decided, ultimately, that they didn't want any more creative control over anyone's YouTube. There was no more creativity on YouTube. It was officially the middle of 2013 that YouTube said, we don't want any more creativity on anyone's pages. We're done with that. We want you to just have everyone's page looks exactly the fucking same. So that's when they went to this layout. This is the current layout, and literally YouTube has not changed their layout since 2013. It's been this terrible textbook looking shit is what YouTube did. Alright? It's trash. It is 1,000,000% trash. It doesn't showcase any originality of what you do as a content creator. All it does is list stuff like a textbook. Okay? I hate it. I absolutely hate this layout, and I feel this layout single-handedly killed YouTube channels. No more artwork, no more originality in content. And by the way, it should be noted that interim YouTube layout, they got rid of the good one in 2012 and got rid of the next one by mid-2013. It only lasted about a year to a year and a half. And then it became textbook fucking layout. You can't even see total views on this page anymore. Look. See? You can't. I'm trying to actually remember. Yeah, you can't. I'm trying to remember how you could see total views. I think you had to go to the About tab, and then it would actually bring up total views. Maybe if I click on the About tab on my current page. Yeah, look. So you click on About here. Oh, 432,333,000. You know, That's your current total views, but how stupid is it? You can't even see it from the page anymore. They got rid of that, right? It became unmanageable. It's like, I'll admit, if none of you guys right now who watch my content use my YouTube channel page, I couldn't blame you. It's terrible. It's complete and utter trash. And their explanation for this ginormously negative change, all right, that YouTube gave, is they said, oh, we need YouTube channels to load properly on mobile devices, okay? So we're going to completely take away all customization and creativity to make it load on a mobile device, all right? Guess what? It didn't do shit. The website still didn't work on a mobile device. You would try to load, it wouldn't work. It wasn't until like maybe 4 years later, I'm not even kidding you, probably like 2016, 2017, when they made YouTube actually work properly on mobile devices. So for 4 years, we completely destroyed everyone's channel pages in order to make it load on a device that it doesn't even work on. Right? Pretty bad. Now, in reality, this is the end of it, because really, I have maybe 4 more things to show you guys, and you're going to notice. So that was July of 2013, all right? Here's January of 2014. With my Christmas special. You see that? I was playing Dragon Age Origins back then. That's cool. I have all my year-end series. Killer Instinct, that's what Killer Instinct did just come out. Look at that. Right? Again, look at this. So I tried messing with the channel layout a bit to try to make it look better. There was nothing you could do. This page was dead. Effectively, this page was fucking dead because of this, you know? It just looks like shit. All right, I really don't think there's much else. We're going to end this segment in just a second, but then we had July 8th, 2014, right? So middle of 2014. Did anything even change? Didn't even load. Huh. Didn't even load. Sniper Elite 3. Again, it looks exactly the same, right? So, I guess we can adjourn here and just say eventually, right, that morphed into this, which is the current. Is it any different? Not
Hello,
really.
everyone.
I mean, we're
Darkside
basically
Still
looking
here,
at
and
exactly the
welcome
same
to
layout,
DSPGaming.
right?
I've been
Only, oh, it is playing. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Yeah, that was playing volume. Sorry about that. Essentially, we're looking at the same layout, only over the years they've tweaked it a tiny bit here or there to load faster or whatever, but it's exactly the same. So, you know, at one point I just stopped caring. You know, how much are you going to care that much about YouTube when they literally changed their business to screw you over? And by the way, over the years, they completely changed everything. Remember I told you how I used to be ranked highly? Since those rankings were gone, it was harder to get your videos noticed on YouTube. Because I was someone who made a bunch of small videos, YouTube changed their rankings. Because you make small videos, you can't get noticed anymore. You don't show up in search anymore. It was just bad. They just consistently, over and over and over, changed things to screw someone over like me, who was a longtime YouTuber. Now, they would push these new things out to support all the YouTube vloggers, the drama video creators, the people who make 1 to 2 videos a day that are just talking about bullshit. They benefited from all the changes. People like me, who are hard workers, doing this for a living, busting their ass, trying to promote the content, trying to promote YouTube as a whole, we were the ones who got left in the dust by all of YouTube's changes, and YouTube never cared. Every time someone complained, their attitude was, we know better than you. You know, and they don't give a shit. So, after so many issues, after this turning on me in 2012 into 2013, this is how you don't play. People fucking with my YouTube channel despite the fact that my YouTube channel wasn't even that popular anymore, fucking with the channel in 2015 with false copyright strikes. So many negative things happened to me over the years. In 2017, I said enough is enough. I don't really care about this anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to become a full-time streamer. I tried everything. I didn't show you guys this, but I had a KO gaming channel. I had a KO gaming channel where I was all edited content, and I really put my heart and soul into that over 2016. YouTube demonetized the whole channel in early 2017, so I couldn't even keep doing that anymore. At that point, I abandoned them. I said, enough of you. And then, by the way, it's a good thing I did, because the YouTube adpocalypse hit, and I became a full-time streamer, and the rest is history. I absolutely love full-time streaming. I find it way more, what's the word? I get more out of it. I feel that when I do full-time streaming with you guys, that I get more out of it, and you guys get more out of it. It's a more personal touch. We can interact live on the streams. We can have fun. We can hang out. It's very different than just doing these on-demand videos, right, that I did on YouTube. It's so different doing the live streaming. I love this more. I feel like it's more worthwhile and more meaningful to more people for me to just live stream than for me to just do those digestible, quick gameplay videos that I used to do that was all about me, and my friends. Now it's about us, right? And I like that a lot more. I do. I get more out of it. But going down memory lane for the last hour like we just did, it's bittersweet, because I look at how YouTube used to be and how popular I used to be and how awesome that was. It was such an awesome feeling that every day there was new popularity, you know, and new support, and it all went away because of YouTube's horrendous changes to the site and the mistakes that they made left and right. So it's sad. It really is sad that now this is everyone's YouTube channel, you know? Boring. But that's life, okay? Alright, so that was a tour down memory lane. Thanks. I know some people were complaining constantly for the last hour when I did this. Oh my god, he's doing that. It's so boring. Listen, I said I was going to do it. It's something different. I've never done it on a retrospective before. I'll never do it again because we literally just did it. So you got a cool history lesson about my YouTube channels and everything and how stuff went down. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it at least somewhat interesting. Okay?